And here we are in Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, taking on heavyweight champion. Once before in this college football playoff, the #1 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, versus the Underdogs from good old Birmingham, Alabama, the 205. There you see it. The UAB Blazers will rush to their side of the crowd. Point to that whole state of Alabama that traveled down here to Miami, Florida to see this historic run in the 15th game of the season for the Blazers. As the defense will hit the field first, and Delange, Mr. Consistent, will kick off for us, giving this offense featured 99 overall. Jeremiah Smith with transfer, Rocco Beck. And you'll see the keys to the game: start fast, stay focused, and set the tone. Start early and don't let up are the keys to the game for the Blazers today. If we can start fast, get going early, not give up anything, as they'll immediately get the ball here to Jeremiah Smith for the first play of the game. And so, of course, we already know we have to keep our eyes on them. But Ohio State were reminding us on the first play they are going to make sure that they get the ball to him, as Rocco Beck, making adjustments, will throw it out to the tight end. He's a big guy. He is rumbling. He's stumbling. He is already up to the 42-yard line. As you see up there in that top corner, Ohio State already has some 5 and 4 stars committed. We so far only have 1 4-star committed. But A.J. Brown almost steps in front of that pass and breaks it up, as he almost had an interception. Again, they're showing Ohio State's recruiting. They're in the top 5 in the nation. We don't even belong here, is what they've been telling the tabloids all week. They've been giving the UAB Blazers bulletin board information, telling people that they don't belong and that Oregon was a fluke and that shouldn't have happened. And Gilbert, who was also there almost in front of that pass to Jeremiah Smith, doesn't come away with the interception or react early enough. And so Rocco Beck still making those adjustments on that side of the ball. And you'll see he's throwing over to the tight end. Not having many misses thus far in this game. Rocco Beck playing phenomenal right now. And you'll see we do have one-on-one coverage over there with Jeremiah Smith, showing no fear to him. But they'll just try to hand it off to the running back, who breaks off a tackle, jukes out of a defender, and gets down to the 20-yard line. That's Cam Cook, Jacksonville State transfer. Shout out to Legends Never Die again for the second time in the series. That Jacksonville State Dynasty, at this point, I think they might have gone to the playoffs already in their own respective series. We'll look backwards to see if we can't catch up to him and see about finding the type of success that the Gamecocks had down there with Cam Cook, although even in his own series, he is no longer with the team. And Rocco Beck, however, transfer here for Ohio State, will get outside of our transfer, Deshaun Spears, and still get the first down yardage, as he'll reach across that first down mark. And Kerry Brown, seeing that the offense is going off tackle, cuts that outside lane off to the running back and has to turn him back inside, and he'll lose a yard there. And Rocco Beck calling for some coverage. And there you see Smear blowing that tight end away, and Jazir Peterson, man, we don't want to see him go down at this point in the season. He's been a very, very present help for us all season. But Smear, they're able to come up with a sack. And you see, we got Jeremiah Smith double teamed right here, and Watson on the running back. Something you rarely see. And the running back there out of the backfield has a step, but Watson, they're going to back up there with the tight end, and although he is unable to get his hands on the ball at all, the tight end will drop it, bringing out the kicking team for Ohio State. 3 points is what Ohio State will come away with on their first drive of the game. But all the while, Elijah Okey coming back out on the field, looking very confident after the last couple games. In that last game against Oregon, he had a phenomenal showing. The offensive output by everyone involved was just phenomenal. And so Okey trying to find some footing here against this Ohio State defense, who was always highly touted. Here on 3rd and 4, trying to not look up into the bright lights of Hard Rock Stadium and not dream too far about playing in the NFL one day, as he'll connect with Caleb Brown, who should be playing in the NFL here very soon. And he'll get us a first down. And so with 40 seconds left to go in the first quarter, we'll hand it off here to Ingram, who is met at the line, driven back there by Stover. And we'll send him in motion this time, trying to create a diversion there to the defense. And Hawkins is the open man. We'll take the last catch of the first quarter, making it 3rd and 2 when we come back out. 3rd and 2 here with Ingram back on the field. And of course, our lead horse will just try to hand it off to him, and we do get that first down. As you'll see, he'll point across, indicating that the first down is his. He's worked hard so much for us all season. And so we'll send Byler in motion to create the look that we're going for here on this read option for Okey. And Okey will try to pull it and get nothing, as he's met by 3 defenders there who are keying on him. And he's thinking that they're keying on Tabor. And that's something we'll have to keep our eye on as we continue here in the game. As you see Okey trying to get out of the pocket, seeing nowhere to go. And he's met by Atkinson, the Ohio State defensive lineman. And so now on 3rd and 20, after a very promising start to the drive, Okey tries to get it out across the middle there to Byler, but is unable to come up with anything. And somehow, some way, we accidentally rush back to the line. And I really don't want to waste a timeout, but I also don't want to give the Ohio State Buckeyes short territory. So we'll call the timeout and punt the ball, do the right thing, give our defense another chance to at least come up with a stop. And our punter, who's not very good, gets us a pretty decent punt there, getting us down to the 28-yard line. I'm hoping as we go into the offseason and progress him, hopefully he'll come out a lot better after this season. But Rocco Beck now sending his running back in motion and seeing somebody on the right sideline, and that's Des Ricks, who he gets by, and that's Tate. And he's down now to the 4-yard line, and that's Jazeer Peterson down as well on the play for the 2nd time, calling for the trainers. And that's not a good sign, as Tate gets down to the 4-yard line. I guess it wouldn't have mattered if we called that timeout and gave them short field, as in just one play, the Ohio State Buckeyes are now down to the 4-yard line as we come up with a stop there on 1st and goal, giving ourselves a chance, trying to show some pressure, trying to drive this back to make a quick decision, throw an interception, go with a turnover, something, as he will get beat. There is Watson, and in the back of the end zone, Tate, as he goes through the stands. I guess he's leaving for the night, will get his first touchdown of the game. And so in just 3 plays there for the Buckeyes, after that long reception on the right side by Tate, Tate will finish the drive off with the corner route, giving the Buckeyes now a 10-point lead and putting this Blazers offense back on the field now with a 10-point deficit in just their 2nd drive of the game. And although we're up against a tough opponent, still seeing that one-on-one matchup, you got to know that Okey will still try to go for it. As this time he goes for Elder, As I know in the scouting report, it usually doesn't say that Elder's going to get that one-on-one ball, but trying to take a chance there on the right side of the field is O'Key. And so here on second down, he'll just try to hand it off to Ingram, who is met again by a defender for nothing there. And now bringing up 3rd and 9, O'Key and this offense will have to find a way as they connect there with Caleb Brown, the also always consistent KB, Caleb Brown, Easy O'Key, hooking up 3 times 2, usually equals 6. So you know when we get that ball out to those two, what we're trying to do, we'll really miss him when he's gone, but today he's not gone. He's still here with us today, and he still has a chance to continue his dominance, as this time we'll throw it up to him. And should have gotten a pass interference, but just a bad throw overall there by O'Key. And the count is in, so if we get anything near close right here, we'll probably drive back to the line and try to go for 2 plays. But it's not going to matter, as LeCount will probably get all of it himself, and he gets just short to inches. And LeCount is in, so you know if zero's in, I got to let him spin, and I'll snap it right back to him. And he gets outside, and with a block by Caleb Brown, gets just enough to continue this drive. And so on 1st and 10 here with 3 minutes to go in the second quarter, looking to catch this Ohio State defense off guard, to no avail, as that defensive line just overwhelming this Blazer offensive line. Bigger, faster, stronger, more dominant. The 5 stars, the 4 stars that these Ohio State Buckeyes are able to bring in, just no match for some of the players that the Blazers have. So 3rd and 21 now here for the Blazers, looking to get it out to Hawkins, but the defender just a bit faster there than Hawkins on the play and the throw, able to get there and break it up before Hawkins ever really had a chance. And that's going to bring out another punt there for the Blazers as they kick it off to the left side, backing them up now to the 24-yard line. But as you saw in the last drive, it may not make a very big difference. As look, you'll see, getting pancaked left and right are the Blazers. And so on the first play of the drive, now driving it down to the 2-minute mark, this Ohio State team, much like we thought would happen with Oregon, showing their dominance. I don't know what happened with Oregon, but they didn't show any type of resistance against anything that the Blazers did. But here today, the #1 team in the country, showing, flexing their muscles, explaining to the country, like they said all week in practice and all week in the bulletin boards, all week, all over social media, all over ESPN, the Blazers don't belong. They should not have gotten into the college football playoff, even though they only had 1 loss. Ohio State told everyone that the Blazers do not belong. And so a brewing rivalry may be in the works, but today, it doesn't matter. There is no such thing as a rivalry, because right now it's only about the game that's in front of you, as we're in the college football playoff. UAB back out after that timeout. Rocco Beck pulling. Rocco Beck finding space. Now down to the 22-yard line. Shaking and baking. Grooving through our defense. Slicing it up. Looking like what we had in weeks old back in the FAU game was probably the last bad defensive game that we had. After that, we went on a pretty good defensive streak. But as you see, Rocco Beck not giving us a chance here. Finding his men all over the field. They're connecting with his running back Peoples. And here, looking in a handoff set, again we'll run outside, and he is met once again by 2 UAB Blazer defenders. And that's Kenny Pete and Kerry Brown, who came to meet him there on that outside handoff. Kerry Brown sniffing out all those outside handoffs thus far by the Blazers. I'm sorry, by the Buckeyes. And so probably coming with the stick concept here will be the Buckeyes, and that's exactly what they'll go with. And so that'll force them to take a field goal try here at the end of the quarter break. We're hoping that since he's right-footed, he'll miss this, but he slices it right down the middle as we kind of expected. Lucky to receive the second half kickoff is the Blazers. As down 13, they will definitely have to find a way to get something going on offense. As they've been forced to punt on multiple drives, they've been driven back on multiple drives, unable to hook up with receivers on multiple drives. And man, this defensive line, like I said, just bigger, stronger, faster than some of the guys that we have on this Blazer offense. And so, O'Kee still looking to continue trying to run. We've had a couple successful plays. We don't want to get to it just because this is the better team and do something out of character. We haven't had any turnovers to this point, but we also haven't had any points as Tabor will get us up now to the 47-yard line. I'm not sure if we've been past the 50-yard line. I think we have been past the 50-yard line at some point. We did get past the 50, so I think this will be our second time getting past the 50, as we'll go on to our own 47-yard line. But we don't want to just get past the 50. We have to have points here in this game if we want to have any chance at winning. And so, O'Kee seeing some adjustments there by the defense. The defender is 5 yards ahead thereof. Caleb Brown, he knocks the ball down to the ground, giving his defense another shot just to come out and get a stop. But Ferguson won't give them that opportunity, as he'll just go for a first down on the RPO right there, and we'll hustle back to the line since that was a pretty close play and call for a play action, and the defensive line still gets home. Even with the play fake, our offensive receivers weren't able to get open fast enough. And so driven back now to the 7. Wow. Tabor catches it out of the backfield and going backwards behind our own 50, which is the same thing that happened last time that we got over the 50. As soon as we did, we went backwards. And there on third down, the DB plays the outside route and the inside route just as well, and it's broken up, and the Blazers have to punt once more. Rocco Beck once again on the field here for the Buckeyes, looking to wheel and deal again after a successful drive the last time that this Buckeye offense was out, leading to a field goal. And there's a reverse, but a fake, and Jordan Gilbert reads it all, and it's intercepted there, giving this Blazer team new life. Here in the game, we're already past the 50. We're 12 yards to the positive, actually. So we have no reason not to give ourselves a chance right here in some way, shape, form, or fashion to get some type of points. As we know, Mr. Reliable, Mr. Clutch, Mr. Consistent, Delange can hit from at least 38 and in. And so now up to the 29, we're no longer thinking about just getting 3, as we'll hand it off to Tabor and get up now to the 16. And instead, we're so close to the end zone now that we can sniff it. And so grateful for Jordan Gilbert on that defensive possession, coming away with the interception on a pretty tricky play there by Ohio State. Probably could have kept it simple. But Atkinson, man, this edge defender, the senior, I'm glad that he is not going to be on this team next year if we were to see this team again. As we see Tabor out of the backfield with nothing but space in front of him, and he will walk into the end zone here for a Blazer touchdown. And the freshman Tabor, who had 200+ yards there in the regular season receiving, has a big touchdown to put us on the board there after a very quiet first half, giving us an opportunity now to go out and get a stop again after an interception on the last possession there by Jordan Gilbert.
So no return here. He takes it
And so with just a minute to go in the third quarter, Ohio State not looking to be complicated this time. They'll just hand it off on their first drive of the first play of this drive. And so now with 30 seconds left in the third, the running back Peoples would break loose, now getting up to the 47 as he jukes and jives and gyrates through his offensive line and the defenders up to the second level. He gets a first down as we go to the fourth quarter.
Well, Ohio State has the lead here, Kirk, sitting in a pretty good spot as you wrap up the third quarter, trying to keep those national championship hopes alive. Let's take a quick look at the game sets where we have a chance. So here we go.
Nothing more important here than trying to come up with the stop. As here on first down, they go with the play action and get the ball over to Tate, who on one drive absolutely shredded us. And we're still keeping our eyes over there on Jeremiah Smith, who hasn't exactly had the quietest game. And as I say that, they throw it to him. But with just his fourth catch on the game, you saw his average stats over 100 yards a game typically. As we leave Tate that time wide open, and he'll spin out. And now, up to the 16, we're in big trouble.
Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Buckeyes starting a new series here on 1st and 10.
We don't have time to give up 3. We definitely don't have time to give up 6. As Kerry Brown, now on back-to-back plays, will be the second defender that I have hurt. And he's a critical piece of this defense, so we'll need him back as quickly as we can get him back on the field and healthy. As Rocco Beck will have to try to see about forcing a turnover, as he'll send Jeremiah Smith in motion and almost coming up with a turnover, ending up going into a touchdown there to Jeremiah Smith, and we were just inches away. As you see, the ball would just go right through the defender's hands. Might have been a pick six the other way in a 14-13 game. But there, an accurate throw by Rocco Beck, hooking up there with Jeremiah Smith. With 5.5 minutes left, the Blazers aren't completely out of this game. They can go score quickly and get a stop and get themselves back into this game. But the slippery slope that is this college football playoff just got a little bit slipperier. I'm not sure what just happened, but we're going to challenge that. I can tell you that much. As we just handed it off to Tabor, but I'm more than sure that he was all the way down on the ground. As he was, and this will be quickly overturned.
Now, looks like the head coach made a smart move in that challenge. Officials are going to overturn their previous ruling after getting a look at that replay.
A scary situation nonetheless to be in. One where a fumble would have effectively put this game away altogether and given up all hope. But here on 3rd and 6, O'Kee will pitch it out to Tabor. And now it's 4th and 2. And with no other choice here at this juncture in the game, we'll leave the offense up on the field, and the count's in, zero's in, you got to let him spin. And we'll hand it off directly to him. And he's outside. And he's up to the 40. And they are lucky. Man, they know the scouting report. They know when to send a guy down on the field and say that he is injured. Anytime zero's in, we've seen a lot of times over this season as Atkinson almost caught an interception off the ground. But when zero is in, you got to let him go. You got to let him spin. You got to let him run. We go back to the line quickly. That's the only running back we do that with. As you see, O'Key is hurting there. And we'll want to keep our eye on that, as we don't want our starting quarterback to go out with injury at this point in the game. As we take off running there with them for a second straight play for no reason when we had options to throw to. And just get a couple of yards now on 4th and 8 in a difficult part of the field. We see Hawkins there over the middle, and we are able to hook up with him as we have a downed offensive lineman. And so with 3 minutes left here in the game, still feeling that they have a chance. O'Key making his adjustments, seeing Caleb Brown there on the left side, but he underthrows it, and it is tipped and picked there perfectly. That is how you practice it there for the Ohio State Buckeyes. And that will just about do it. That will just about do it. We had everything set up perfectly to strike quickly, to score, get us out of this game, or get us back into this game with 3 minutes and all 3 timeouts. As you see, Peoples will go right up the middle, keeping this clock rolling for Ohio State, who is about to cruise to a victory.
Football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Second down play coming up for this offense.
2 minutes, 18 seconds. We are going to take our timeouts just to go ahead and burn them. Show the Blazers faithful that we, of course, are not out of this game. But Rocco Beck letting everybody know this game is over. I still pick up a first down, but the clock is stopped because of the injury to the offensive lineman. But Peoples will keep the clock going after a handoff there.
In the fourth quarter with the lead, you got that defense getting closer and closer to their goal line. They are backed up, and they
2 minutes left in the game. As the Blazers on the sideline, Coach Cena will watch the time on the clock wind down and watch their season come to an end. Unfortunately, very early here. We're actually in the second round, the quarterfinals. But, like I said, going against the juggernaut that is Ohio State, you saw what Jeremiah Smith is capable of, what this run game is capable of, Rocco Beck. They would be my pick right now for the national champion. Granted that we aren't going to make it now. We have so much to look forward to in the future. Elijah O'Key very likely will be returning. Many other players like LeCount, Tabor, Ingram, Byler, Adai, and the 2 receivers that we just picked up as Ohio State goes for a touchdown. There's so many pieces that we're about to get already just upgraded in the offseason, but some that we are adding through recruiting. And we haven't even yet had a chance to look into the transfer portal. And so once we do have a chance to see that as well, maybe we'll see the direction of our team. And seeing the direction of our team will help us as we continue to grow here in UAB Blazer Dynasty. And so for the last play of the second year of UAB Blazer Dynasty, we'll hand it off one last time to our workhorse, Ingram. He'll go for a first down and get the clock going and put a bow on this second season. And Coach Cena is sitting on the sideline, shaking hands with his seniors, shaking hands with many of his players on the sideline, congratulating them on a job well done here in this second season, as we'll just watch the clock fade and hit triple zeros and let Ohio State walk away with their win here in the Orange Bowl.